Oxford Dictionary defines discipline as training people to obey a set of rules or code of behaviors with punishment or undesired consequences for those unwilling to comply. This definition is all-encompassing, but you must know that the way you can discipline other people to be better versions of themselves is the same way you can discipline yourself to be the best version of yourself. Hi guys, welcome back to Build With Temi. If you're here for the first time, welcome. And if you're a returning viewer, thank you. Today we're going to be talking about discipline and its importance in achieving your purpose. First of all, you must understand that you must be disciplined to achieve your purpose in life. And this discipline starts from little things. To achieve any level of success at all, you must be disciplined. And it can be in anything really, whether maybe in the food you eat, in creating routine for yourself, in living a meaningful and purposeful life, you must be disciplined. To be disciplined means you can't just do what feels good to you or what you feel like doing all the time. For instance, I am a sweet tooth. I love ice cream, I love cakes. But I know I can't be taking ice cream and cakes regularly because if I continuously do this, it will make me fatter, it will slow down my metabolism. The sugar content in them will make my skin dull. Eventually, I would not like the futuristic benefits of that. But I find myself these days taking lemon tea, eating more healthy things, taking fruits and vegetable because I want to maintain a particular size weight-wise. I want to be healthy, I want my metabolism to be high, and I want my skin to glow. At the end of the day, being disciplined means choosing things that gives you long-term or futuristic benefits over things that gives you immediate pleasure. And this is the only way you can fulfill purpose in life. This is the only way you can become all that God has created you to be. Sometimes when you decide to start working in purpose, it is discipline that will have to make you stay on track, because when you stop, everybody will say, what are you doing? That doesn't make sense. This is not the right choice. In fact, some people will even call you stupid to your face. I remember when I started creating content at the beginning, there was no applause, there was little or no positive feedback. It was discipline that kept me going. Despite what people were saying or the ideas people were giving me that did not align with the purpose I had, I just left everything and focused on my goal. It is discipline that will make you stay on track even when it gets hard, because it will. Here are signs to know whether you are an undisciplined person. First of all, you lack self-control. These are people that they will eat anyhow, they can talk anyhow, they don't have any restraint. Team, I am a blunt person. You do whatever feels good to you at that moment, telling yourself, I'm just living my best life. 2, you will always ignore or reject correction. In fact, the biggest and the easiest sign to know someone lacks discipline is that they will never take correction. They are always the best. They are always right in their own eyes. And at the end of the day, it's even top foolishness to not take correction. I used to be like that and I used to struggle with that. But I have learned and come to realize that I can't see everything. And the way I see other people's flaws, that's the exact way they see my flaws. So right now, I am open to correction. So if you want to work on this, open up your mind and open up yourself to correction. This doesn't mean you are weak. Instead, it shows you are strong and you are self-aware. 3, if you are undisciplined, you have inconsistent habits. You cannot follow a simple routine. You cannot say you wake up by this time and actually wake up by that time. You can't say this is what you will do and actually do it. If you notice that every single time you set goals or you set targets, you never meet them, then it just means you are an undisciplined person. You are easily swayed by pleasure or peer pressure. You have a presentation tomorrow morning at work, but because your friend is inviting you for a party and you think a party will be fun, you are willing to actually sabotage your presentation and go for that party. That is a sign, a clear sign that you lack values and you are indisciplined. 5, you make the same mistakes over and over again. We human beings are fallible. It's our nature. And that's why I would always say it's okay to make mistakes. But you see, what is not okay is to make the same mistake twice. One of the things you must do when a mistake happens is to learn from it. So if you keep repeating the same mistakes, it just shows you are indisciplined. You don't have time. You don't take out time to reflect on your behavior. That's why that same thing happened a second time. 6, you are impulsive in nature. Anything that comes to your mind, that's what you do. If you wake up in the morning and you think, oh, I want to travel to Kafansha, then that's now your new purpose. You are not even focused on any goal or any purpose, and it will show in the kind of life that you would live. Now that you can tell whether you're a disciplined person or not, I know you're already judging yourself in your mind that, oh my God, it's like I'm indisciplined. Don't worry. I am here to tell you the steps, practical steps that you can take to now become a disciplined person. Acknowledge your indiscipline and accept it, and start making decisions to become a disciplined person. 2, ask God to help you. Like I always say in almost all my videos, there's nothing God cannot help you with. This behavior is also something God can help you with. 3, start consuming quality content. This can be in the books you read. It can be in the things you watch, like this video that you're watching right now. 4, have a routine and stick to it. Have a wake up time. Have a sleep time. Have quantity of food you can eat. Have the kind of food you can eat. Like, it starts from the little things really before you can now go to the complex things. 5, set your focus on your purpose. I mean, if you are still here and you do not know what the purpose is for your life, just go and watch the video I did on finding your purpose. Once you have that purpose, just set your gaze on it and prioritize doing only things that help you achieve that purpose. 6, be accountable. A lot of people will say have accountability partner, but I will say no. Be accountable to yourself and your maker. Be accountable to your future. Be accountable to your life. Yes, you can have accountability partner, but you are an adult. No one is going to flog you if you don't do what you're supposed to do. If you don't wake up when you're supposed to wake up, nothing is going to happen really, except the fact that you might be poor or it will show in your finances. But be accountable to yourself. Be accountable to your future self. Ask yourself, where do I want to be in the next 5 years? And start taking steps to achieve that purpose. 7, learn from your mistakes. I've already said this before. You can't afford to make the same mistake twice. So learn from it. 8, persevere even when it is hard. The beginning of a thing is always very easy, but you see the real test is when you get into the middle, when the routine has started and when it feels like, is this thing even working? When there is no applause or positive feedback. Even when that time comes, just remain on track. It will still make sense. Finally, start small. You don't have to start with the complex things in your life. You can just start by waking up 30 minutes earlier than the normal time you wake up. You can start by reducing the quantity of food you eat. And little by little, the discipline you are exercising in some things will automatically reflect in other areas of your life. And that's it on this episode of Build with Temi. Thank you guys so much for watching. I am sure you have learned a lot and your life is going to automatically change from now on because you're going to be more disciplined with your life. Don't forget to like, share, subscribe. Also feel free to send an email to me at buildwithtemi@gmail.com. I would love to read from you. Till I come your way again next week, I remain Temitope Odeyinka. Stay blessed.